Evening everyone, welcome back to the M2 Cup. We're here at Oulton Park tonight. Tricky, bumpy, narrow track. Probably good fun in these cars, but also tough to keep it in a straight line at times. Got Brian here in comms as ever.
Good evening. I was just quietly listening to you trying to convince yourself there that everything will be A-OK on lap one. Twisty, bumpy, difficult. Laying it on there. But yeah. Good evening.
I like this track though.
I quite like.
I like it when you get pole position and you go into distance.
I've done okay at this track, but I find I'm not sure what the corner's called, but you kind of come round that sort of banked curve, then you're down a little short straight into the, whatever that sort of chicane is.
Yeah, sorry, chicane. Yeah, it's tricky.
So
it's not an area to try and go for an overtake. Sometimes you see people try it, and it always ends in tears.
No, I think it makes for a really awkward flow on this track as well. It's a little bit out of character. What I do enjoy about this track is the elevation changes. It keeps it quite interesting.
Yeah.
The last corner as well, there's a little rise there that just encourages the back end to step out.
So we've got the GDC contingent in tonight, Horn, Connor Beer and Gillies.
Yeah, there'll be a little mini series taking place there. Who else do we have in? We've got Broom. Is Raku just racing M2 with us?
He is at the moment, yeah.
It's good to see him on.
It's closely following Grunnett there in the middle sector, coming towards the end, final sector now.
Have we got Privet in here yet, or?
I think he might have been in earlier, but I don't think he's in at the minute, so I don't know if he's had an issue or something.
Has Broom scared him off? Has he had a look at Broom's pace and thought, I don't fancy this tonight?
I'm sure he'll have a better excuse than that.
Oh, and Horn's put a time in. 1:48.4.
Maku's just done a 49.5. And Liko's done a
48 dead.
Go on board a minute. If I can remember how to do it.
It's a long day, has it?
Something like that. I'll just go on board and they'd lose it. Yeah, we'll go on board with Liko. He's second at the minute. Slightly up on his lap.
Very short qualified here, so 30 seconds of the session to go. So if you're not out there,
I'd imagine Lane's got the potential to go pole, but is he going to put the lap in? He's not on a lap, is he? He's a blue lap at the minute, so Lane could be starting in mid-pack unless he.
Oh yeah, good shout. Yeah. What? So he's coming around the last corner.
He's got 4 seconds. He's not going to make it. He's ninth.
He's not going to make it. No. He's made a mistake there. Oofed. Yeah, Neil's in the chat just saying his rivals ran away to hide. I think you're right, Neil. There's a joke in. It's been a tough 2 weeks for me at work. I'm shattered mentally.
Yeah.
There's a joke in there where Room and Shark.
Privet's just come in. He's just come in.
Oh, he's in.
He's going to start from the back.
Makes no odds whether he qualified or just drops in, does it? That's really.
Viper goes
You
fifth.
agreed. You weren't paying attention and just agreed with my slander. Viper goes fifth, yeah. Liko goes first.
Liko goes pole, we just watched that. 47.8.
Joey, a bit better showing. This time round. I think quite.
We've got Gillies. Is that Gillies coming around? Is that?
On, and then we've got Gillies, yeah. Oh, just following him there, coming around the last corner. He looks a bit twitchy there. Plenty of time to improve, but and he does.
Morrison's next, followed by Podrick Post, or not by that name anymore, is it? It's by Armstrong.
What? Morrison, I'm enjoying the colours he's put on it tonight. Obviously a big Argyle fan. What's also surprising is Gruner hasn't put a time in.
Ah.
Very good effort from Morrison, bit of a specialist in BMW.
Didn't manage to catch Armstrong, but he went P10. So, yeah, it's a bit of a mixed up grid. Lane didn't get a time in. Connor Beer's at the back as well. Didn't get a time in.
So Privet, Conbeer, Guy, Broom, Gruner, Wielkowski, Lane, no time. Out of the ones that set no time, Lane lucks out there by being the leader of that little group.
Yeah.
Interesting to see him come through the field. Looks like he's been putting practice in as well, so it's going to be quick.
That's the thing with that 5-minute quality session, is just all it takes is one mistake and just ruins your whole session.
Yeah, so that'll be Lico's first pole of the season, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. He did well last week. I think he kept fourth a couple of times, maybe. So he'll be looking to lead this one away and hopefully get away before Lane or anyone else catches up. But it's not going to be easy to overtake here.
Yes, that is very true. It's going to require an element of patience to overtake. I was saying that though, what we have seen with the BMW is they can run a bit side to side, and anybody's susceptible to having a little moment that just loses momentum and lets somebody have a run at them.
Yeah, it's easy to clip the grass here and spin, so first lap's going to take a bit of care just to make sure some of those pinch points that they get through.
To tell you what will be interesting is Connebeer starting 17th.
Definitely.
He's usually a sort of 7, 8, 9, 10 guy, and then keeps it steady and just gets himself into the reckoning in the top 5, but very different.
Well, he's just dropping in.
Tonight.
It's his first race in the M2 Cup with us this season.
20 seconds.
Usually see him in the team battles for GDC, GT4, but something different tonight.
If anyone's in the chat as well and the audio goes, just drop us a little note so we know. Hopefully it doesn't, but gremlins appear to persist.
Yeah, I heard this Thursday seems to be the update day now as well, doesn't it? Which used to be Tuesdays, and now it's Thursdays, and both nights we race on.
Yeah. Yeah. And I guess the other thing to point out is the top 3 of Lico, Vizino, Morrison, all very capable, quick guys. But Horn, Davies, Viper and Skunky behind them are also...
That's a very competitive grid.
Yeah, they're very good racers as well. I mean, Davies shared a video of one of his races where a real display of sort of assertive driving to come through the
That was
field.
at Brands Hatch, wasn't it? It's
Yeah, so probably a lot of learnings there. Sounds all good. And so Lane starting behind Gillies in 12th as well. They had a little battle Tuesday.
They did, didn't they? Janetta battle. I think Gilly said that all those guys in glad to be in a spec race after that.
Yeah, that was hard work for them, but they actually finished pretty well. I think Gillies maybe top 10. Was he maybe 10?
No, because he had a... Oh, Morrison had an issue. It's on the side of the track there. He had a penalty in the last lap, didn't he? Was it drive-through?
Oh, yeah, I forgot that. Yeah, he was on for a good finish. Morrison's had an issue, so he's had to just cut the chicane to try and get his place back, I think. Raku's now also
Has he
cut
got
to the
damage, or
pits.
is he good?
He looks all good. Just cut back in front of Horn there, who was flashing the lights, but he's back in place. He looks all good. I don't know what happened there, and I don't know what's happened to Rakut either. He's
Yeah, he's gone back
back
to
in the pits.
Yeah, well, everyone holds
Yes.
their breath to the start now as we approach the last corner.
Yep. Lico just start backing them up here. Kennedy backed them up real early there.
Usually it's quite easy to hold the first from pole here. If you just start, as long as you don't miss your starting mark, you've got the inside line.
Yeah, I think the one guy who'll need to get a really good start will be Facina. I think you're giving up the inside to Morrison.
Yeah. Might have to give him the
Same
space for
with-
the apex.
Yes. Here we go.
Horn's made a good start there. It's going where to go.
Horner's made a great start, and
Yeah, he's up ahead of Morrison, I think, just ahead of him.
we're all looking okay so far. It's all good. A few cars bumping
Morrison's
curves,
gone
etc. But
quite aggressive to try and get that place back.
hey, what lane is super aggressive already.
Leak over Cena, Horn and Morrison are side by side now. This is not an easy corner to be side by side. They've managed it. Morrison's got the place back. Can they all get through there without touching the grass and hitting that barrier before the carousel there?
Good driving from them.
Yep, that Skunky looked like he was on the outside there, but he slotted back in.
This is the other pinch point you worry about here. Hopefully everyone's sensible. It's just because the marker gets taken out, so
yeah, everyone's got through it in a minute. No one's side by side, so good start.
Good stuff.
Raku is still in the pits, unfortunately, so I don't know if he's got some sort of hardware issue. Never started his lap.
Yeah, just sat there. Hope he can get that fixed for the second lap.
So we've got Horn and Morrison still side by side. Horn's gone but past him. They've been trading places this first lap. And I think Viper might be side by side now with Morrison. Oh, there's been an incident. Lane's been collected by that. Yeah.
I'm not sure what happened there.
Viper and Morrison kind of tangled a little bit, and then Viper kind of half span, and Lane had nowhere to go when he came around the corner, so Lane's going to have damage in the first race to contend with, so is Viper. I don't know if Morrison... No, Morrison's kind of got away without damage, I think, and he's in front of Kinsey.
I just see Morrison sort of bouncing over the grass, so...
Okay, well, he's in fourth still. He's managed to hold position, but the top three are now way away. So I'd imagine maybe a few guys had to back off, maybe to allow Morrison to re-enter the track, because I'm not quite sure what happens there, but we move on. Viper's at the back.
Well, Viper has took bad
Yeah, he got hit
damage.
hard by Lane. She had nowhere to go.
I think... Not sure what the thinking was there. It looked like Morrison had the inside, and then Viper was outside him and just kind of turned in on him a bit. There was just nowhere for Viper to go. So
yeah, I'd have to see it again. I didn't really see it, to be honest with you, clearly.
Skunky's putting a bit of pressure on Davies here.
Yeah. Gillies is up 8th at the moment.
Oh yeah.
Followed by Connor Beers behind him, his mate. Oh, someone's got the chicane, an orange one there. I think that's Armstrong. Luckily he's not. He's under control on the edge. Gillies, was that Gillies?
Gets really loose and just gives the place to Gruner there, who just get the drive.
That's Connor Beer, not Gruner.
Oh, it's Connor Beer.
Yeah.
How's he got up to there?
He's got fastest lap at the moment, that's why.
Oh, that just makes it twice as bad for Gillies.
Yeah, because they're probably
Lane's
in a party together.
Gruner's got Lane right behind him, forced to defend him that last corner.
Lane's got a damaged car, so he's still hustling. Where's Horn? Has he gone? Oh, he's second.
The second,
Yeah.
second. He's the first three have just sort
Yeah,
of, the first
he must
four
have
have
got.
kind of
I think
started.
he must have got ahead of Bacina though. Somewhere we must have missed that.
Kinsey's got himself up to fifth. I'm not sure how did he get
Yeah,
ahead of Davies?
I think there's some avoiding action when they had that incident in front of
Right,
them. So
okay.
I could be wrong, but I think there was a bit of kind of having to slow down and caution so they didn't lose, get some big damage.
Davies will want to do well, but it wouldn't be the end of the world for Davies just to see this through and finish fourth. That's now the reality of this championship is fourth isn't a disaster in the first race.
Oh, Gilly's been touched by the lane, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, now there's a tangle behind with Grunnett and Armstrong, and that's all looking very messy.
Yeah. Was that a result of the initial contact?
Oh, there's cars going
having to
backwards
get out
down the... I don't know what's going on there, but I saw someone going backwards. Car 40, I think. So, unfortunately, some race-ending stuff going on, I think.
Yeah, great to see.
Lane's still hustling. Gilly, he might be wise just to let him go. I know it's not great, but he's got damage, but you can just follow him there. Lane's going to progress through the field. Even with that damage, I would imagine.
Oh yeah.
So Lane's got to move. No, he's got the... Well, they're side by side. This could happen. Anything could happen here. Oof. Lane's just... Oh my goodness. It's a touch again.
Yeah.
How's he recovered that to the track? I do not know. Did you see that?
No, I didn't know. Sorry, I was watching the sort of...
Lane got touched and then kind of managed to sweep it all up and keep it on the track. It was... I don't quite know how he did it, but...
Sort of Grunnert special. I noticed Grunnert's now back in the pits and Rakoot's out the pits, so he's using that now as a test session.
Yeah, I think Grunnert got caught up with Armstrong.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happened there. So going into the chicane, Gillies has slowed down, and Lane does touch the back of the car, and it just sends him round. And then I'm not sure if what happens behind them is guys just trying to get off the throttle.
Yeah.
And avoid that starts a sort of chain reaction. Oh, Coulthard's in the chat. Good evening.
Tokyo Drift, yeah, it was a bit like that. Evening, Coulthard.
Davies is right on the back of Kinsey now.
I'm watching that.
You got that. I think he'll just try and get a good run out of the last corner here down the straight, then plant the move. He's close enough, I think, to do him on T1 here.
I think he's got a good exit. But is it going to be enough? Probably not.
No, yeah, defends it well. The other thing you can try doing here is just harrying drivers to try and
make a mistake. It's a big braking zone here as well for that corner.
I didn't do any laps in the BMW here this week, so no idea, but you can see the suspension pitch. Put all the weight on that front right. And a little bit further back, Ziolkowski.
Yeah, I just watched that. I was going to switch to it and have a look at that. But you know what's going to happen. If I switch to that, something will happen up here. But
Yeah. I would stick with Davies. I'll watch him and Broom. So Broom's a half second up on him, but Broom appears to be struggling a bit now. You can see from the thing he's earlier on the brakes than Ziolkowski.
Matthew Conaby is catching this battle behind Kinsey as well. So
it's playing into their hands perfectly. Him and Skunky, isn't it?
Morrison's got quickest lap, so he's got a little bit of fortune getting away with. I'm not saying it was his fault. Just whatever happened, he got away with it and kept position and almost to an extent, and hasn't looked back.
And Grunnert's come back out as well. So him and Rakoot are obviously out the running here for for any real good finish.
Points
But
goes down to 16th, so there is a point that Raku's going to get at the moment.
so, but yeah, I think I was going to say more importantly, let's get some track time.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I think
Might as
everyone
well use
struggled
it.
a bit for practice. So there's Lico takes fastest lap now. They're all just kind of spaced out a little bit here, haven't they? Broom seems to have found a bit of a groove
Davies
now.
is hustling Kinsey a lot. I don't know if he's got. I think he might be on side by side now. Go around the outside of turn 2. If he can, I don't think he can make that move there. These cars anyway. He hasn't been able to.
It's more about just keeping Kinsey on his toes, isn't it? Letting him know he's there.
Yeah, but he's got Skunky right there, ready to pounce if he makes an error trying to get past Kinsey as well. So. So have a look at Viper, who's
just catching up on Gillies now. Yeah.
We are halfway through. Keep pushing.
Has he got bad damage then? Yeah, he has, isn't he?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, but he's keeping it going. Keeping it going. And it's actually, is it just allowing Broom, Ziolkowski and Armstrong to, I think Armstrong's just really caught back up as well. It's allowed them just to catch up with Gillies as well now. 10 minutes to go.
Lanes all over the back of Connerby as well.
It looks like Davies and Skunky are past Kinsey.
That's typical, we switched off and missed that. But Lane's all over Connerby here with a damaged car. I think Connerby's gone wide. Connerby's gone wide. Don't think Lane's going to get him.
It's not like Connerby yet. He's usually pretty consistent, but yeah, you're not going to run out there. You're just going to lose all traction when you go too far to the left.
So Lane's next behind is Kinsey. So Skunky's followed Davies, hasn't he? He's going to try and. He's got 3.8 seconds to Morrison though. We're going to got 8 minutes left. Just going to have to keep going and see what happens. But I don't think there'll be anything more than 5th on offer. Horns 1.1 now. Put a bit of pressure on Lico.
Just having a look at just to see how Davies and Skunky got past Kinsey through the chicane. Oh, Kinsey just coming out chicane, runs wide, goes over the grass, has to lift, loses all momentum. It's just an open goal for Davies and
Viper's got past Gillies. See, Lakowski must have lost some time. He switched on. He's quite far behind Baroom. Oh no, I think Armstrong's fallen back. Yeah, Armstrong's
very damaged.
Yeah, he's retired from the race. He's had a couple of big hits, I think. So now Lane's right on the back of Kinsey. Ooh, and Horn's right on the back of the leader. We haven't seen a lot of this, so we'll.
Oh yeah. What's happened there? Lico seemed to have it all under control.
Still got the quickest lap, but he's obviously had a couple of scruffy laps here. Horn fancy the win. Ooh, he's driving really hard there. Almost lost it on the outside there of turn 1.
Just these cars, isn't it? You've got to.
Lane's done quickest lap now with how much damage he's got. It's nuts.
Yeah, I guess the thing you can do is as long as it's tracking straight, the damage isn't going to cause you too much down because the straights are so short.
Yeah.
It's not like you're losing loads down a big straight.
Lane's past Kinsey now. Connerby's right on the back of Kinsey, so Kinsey just coming. Oh, Connerby got on the grass. He had to back out of that. We've seen something going on in front there as well. Davies is under pressure with Skunky. But we'll go back to Horn because he's having a look in the outside of Lico here into the chicane, the level. Lico's got the corner. It's all come to life here all of a sudden, isn't it?
Yeah, just going for it in the last The last few minutes here.
Yeah, 6 minutes to go. There's still 3 or 4 laps at least. Do let me know if you're watching anything. I'm watching the battle for first at the moment.
I was just trying to see how. I was actually just trying to check how Horn got back up on Lico, thinking maybe been some incident. But I think the reality is Lico just had a couple of scruffy laps. Horn put a couple of solid laps in.
Yeah. One looks really
Got
confident.
right back on him.
But when you really go for it in a track like this, it can be risking your second place because you could maybe lose it just by trying to get every little. Oh, he's going up the inside. Oof, I thought he was.
We got
There was,
Lanes
danger
went
there.
past. Lanes went past
Kinsey.
Kinsey there,
Yeah.
and that little battle has now just allowed Honabeer
Yeah.
to get right on the back of Kinsey as well. I think the battle to watch is Lico Horn. I mean, these guys are going for it now. They're
Yeah.
locking horns.
Good one.
Just under 5 minutes to go.
Horn's going to have a better exit onto that straight there in a much better line.
It looked like he did maybe take too much curb there though. Through dust up. Just
Potentially, I only saw the first part of it when it looked like, oh, he's gone in quite deep there. He's almost pushing him around the corner.
yes, very close. Good driving to
Yeah.
run this close. Zeno's just having a
on the
leisurely
back of
Sunday
Gillies.
drive. Well, Broom's on, has Gillies had an issue, or has Broom just been able to?
He's fallen back. He's not 3/10
Right.
behind, but he's certainly close. We'll switch back to leaders. Unfortunately, we've probably missed some action elsewhere, but we'll have to watch this because it's still
Lane is
very
off
open.
Davies. I'll keep an eye on this as well. Lane is right on the back of Davies.
Okay. Bassina's
And
having a
he's
lovely
gonna try
Sunday drive.
Davies goes wide. Lane's put him under a bit of pressure. Lane has got Davies as well now. Uncharacteristic mistake there from Davies, but
He's got to complete the move yet. Davies might. Yeah, you want to be on. You don't want to be on the outside there, really.
you don't want to be on the outside there, do you? I mean, you can put pressure on the outside and try and ruin their exit, but and cut back under them. But there's even if you manage to do that, there's still not an overtaking opportunity. The next
Yeah,
fast
he didn't have a
left.
choice. That's the only place he was allowed to go. But Lane's doing very well with that car. State it is.
Lico goes a bit deep into the carousel. Horn was right on the back of him there again. Horn's just forcing little mistakes here and there.
It's making it very uncomfortable, isn't it? Lane fastest lap.
Are they going to take enough out of each other to let Vizina come back into them? They're scrapping
No,
now.
not enough. Unless they touch. Lane's catching Morrison now. Morrison, I thought had a secure P4, but 1.7 seconds.
Yep, and we got Skunky really asking questions of Davies, and he's a little bit loose again. And Conabeer,
Hang on, is Lane going past Morrison already? It is, isn't it?
no,
he's
right on
close.
his,
He's right on him.
He's right behind him now. He's right on him. His favourite. Then Lane goes wide on the grass and loses it. See how Morrison is. If you nail this corner, you got to nail it. He does nail
Lane's
it.
gone wide. It's
Lane
carrying
kicks
speed
it
there.
out.
It's like Horn's just not quite got enough, maybe, to get ahead. But we'll keep an eye on that.
Broom's not been able to get under the half second on Gillies.
No.
He proclaimed himself a bit of a master on this track. So let's see what he can do race 2. Now he's had a look, a sighting race on it. We've got Lane Haslin Morrison, which is actually now given Davies a bit of an incentive. and he's
Ooh,
right back
Morrison
on.
went wide and Lane was already out there and it got a bit tight out there. But Davies is probably fancying sniffing an opportunity, but they've got through it for now. They're coming up to the chicane.
Connabeer's past Kinsey.
He's done well, isn't he, from the back of the grid?
Yeah, he has, yeah. Lane and Morrison really going for it. Inviting for Davies here. He'll be praying for.
Yeah, it's all getting very tight now. And we're going to have one more lap, I think. Well, we'll see, 26 seconds. Yeah, we've got one more lap, I think.
Yeah, just coming down to the last corner now. I'll watch it. Horn still hassling Lico.
Oof, Davies having a look there. It's all getting. Oh, Davies is going up the inside of Lane. No, he's backed out. Last lap, Morrison's gone wide. The last corner. Oh, he's went too wide that he got touched by Davies. It was a complete accident. Morrison's line was so deep he came back across the track a little bit slow.
Thought Horn might have got a run on Lico there. Lico had to defend into the first corner, which gave Horn a great exit. He managed to get nearly level with him, but just not enough to realistically go down the inside of the following left. So Lico's
he's
still
trying to go around the outside here. Oof, that's brave. He's back tucked in behind now. So Lane looks like he's going to get P4, which means he's not got to start from the back.
Oh yeah.
Horn is right on the back of Lico again, pushing him on through the chicane. Oh, he's almost lost it. He collected up though, and he's still there.
The backhand step, yeah. Through this second chicane. Everyone's been quite cautious there of how much they cut that, so I can only assume it's
Connabeer's right
bouncing the
car.
car.
Going wide there. Connabeer's...
That's
no, he was right behind because Gunky, but he's not anymore.
That's probably enough to let Lico see this out now as Horn just touching the grass and losing momentum. Just takes the pressure off him into the last corner.
Yeah, looks like Lico's going to get the win. We'll have to remind him to start from the back for the next race. Horn as well, Vecino probably know, but what a win for Lico. Held off some great pressure from Horn there. Brilliant driving.
Yeah, great driving from both of them.
Lovely podium there. He didn't have too much pressure at the end there and brought it home. And those three now have to start from the back. They won't be qualifying for race 2. Lane, fastest lap and 4th. He'll be delighted with that after getting damaged and having a qualifying where he just couldn't get his lap in. As he does a little donut. Skunky's 5th. He's doing donuts. He's happy. Connabeer's not doing donuts. He's just gone back to track 6th. Great drive there. Kinsey 7th. Morrison 8th.
That is a great drive from him.
Viper 9th. Gillies 10th. Broom 11th. Davies 12th. I think backed off after his incident with Morrison. So being very fair, it was an unfortunate one where he was committed to the corner. He had nowhere to go really. So Zia Lukowski actually got Davies and finished 12th. Davies 13th. Raku 14th. Grunnett 15th and Privet 16th.
Yeah, I'll just drop a note in the server for
that'd be great.
Lico, Goldfinger and Hunter Fox. That'll be who it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
No quali for race 2.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
temps are going to drop for the second quali and race.
And then I think I was looking at the chat there. I think Raku had issues with fuel.
Okay.
So I think he hit start race with quali fueling. So not much you can do when that happens.
Very good racing in there. There's a couple of unfortunate, scrappy moments, but it was a decent first lap, I think, and kind of got better and better as the race went on there at the end with some of those battles.
It was a good first lap. Yeah. And then they saved everything for the last 5 minutes, particularly Lico, Horn, and then the sort of Lane, Davies, Skunky, these guys, Morrison all then started the last 5 minutes as well, trading places a little.
Yeah, It was a good race in a lot of ways. I hope the drivers enjoyed it.
Yeah, we'll just get. I know that Neil will just jump into the stream now. If you can just let us know if the audio is okay, that would be fantastic. So yeah, and as always with this, the top three will now sit out qualifying, and everyone else will set a lap, and we'll see. We'll see Lico, Horn, and Vizina try and come back through the pack.
Be interesting, wouldn't it?
I don't think we've seen. I don't think we've seen those guys on the podium for
they're
M2
all,
yet, have we? So
it's a fresh podium. Nobody was seen before in this league, in this cup.
yeah, so it'll be a new experience for them coming through the field.
Lane and Viper are the ones going for the championship, really. So those two will be kind of going head to head for pole position, I'd imagine. There's plenty of other quick ones there as well, but yeah.
Yeah. I would agree with that. Davies will obviously fancy it. He'll fancy a spot of that as well. Skunky looked quick. Connebeer came through the field and looked to have a bit pace by the end.
Did you say you put a message on Discord about the... Oh yeah, I see it.
Yeah, I did, yeah. Just as a reminder. And I always think everyone's a bit like myself there, you know what? I forget the basics more often than not. Been that with my adventures at Le Mans the last week. The amount of times I forgot my pit limiter.
So quali starts 5 minutes. If you want to get 2 laps, then you got to get on with it.
And Zielakowski just saying he forgot and started on the safe setup and 40 litres of fuel. So that will probably explain how he went backwards.
Who was that, sorry?
Zielakowski.
Ah, okay.
Loaded the thing up with fuel and put a safe setup on it, so that probably does explain how everyone else found their feet and he just went backwards in the second half.
Yeah.
And not everyone out already, which is surprising.
Watching Neo, I think there's been some issues. I think it looks like Raku might have had an issue at the carousel, and I thought I saw one car go back to the pits as well, so maybe some...
Davies is sat in the pits as well. Is he just so used to being that guy that... Nope, he's out, he's going.
You probably will only get 1 lap in now, because...
Yeah, these guys have left it late, haven't they?
Yeah.
Same with Connebeer and Privet. I don't know.
Might get 2 in. It's going to be tight. They're going to quick out lap. No messing around. Full speed into corners and stuff.
Privet's just sat there and Connebeer's just jumped back to the pits. Not sure what's happening there. Yep, Neil B's put in the chat. He's got Connebeer's heading out now. He's happy with his first race. Should be done well. And he's above his rival, Privet.
So is it Gillies' first car setting a lap? We'll have a look on board. It is indeed.
It is indeed, yeah.
I'm watching him on board, so if he gets a clean lap and he's got provisional pole. But he will have 2 opportunities.
I'm not sure if we'll see people go as quick this race with it being, you're saying, a little bit cooler.
Yeah, it's now 4, I think, and then the race will be at 5. So it's going to drop like 4 or 5 degrees track temp for the race, I think.
Privet still sat in the pits. It makes me think there's some sort of issue.
Maybe he just wants to follow the fast guys through.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Just to show them how it's done.
Actually, Davies has just made it. He's got enough time to do 2 laps. You watching Steve's lap here?
Sorry, no, I wasn't. I seen an orange car come in the pits and leave, and I panicked thinking it was Vizina, but he's still sat
It's
there.
Armstrong.
Was it
He's
Armstrong?
in
Right,
orange.
okay. So is this Gillies coming into the last
Yeah, just looked a clean lap. It's hard to
Last
say
corner.
if it's been a quick one.
little moment there? But
Yeah, he collected it quite nicely.
see what time he puts in.
487.
I think it's a significant improvement over his first quali pace, and he's got enough time to have another run at this one. So
Yeah, Kinsey's
He'll
next
keep
over
going.
the line.
Raku takes pole, 47.7.
Kinsey goes behind Gillies there.
And then Broom fourth.
Brunner fourth now. Morrison's now coming over the line.
And yeah, we forgot about Brunner there because of
Half a
obviously
second
got tangled
off.
up.
Yeah. Now Lane
Brunner-
as Lane's got a clean lap in. Didn't get one in last. Imagine this is going to be quickest. It is. 46.9.
It is, yeah. He's under the 47.
Skunky. Did Skunky get a lap in? He didn't. Viper did. He's P3. Lane's pulled over.
Good.
He's that's enough for me.
He's happy with that. Saying that, but the way it works now, it's a good thing to do if you've set a lap and then you find yourself 3 tenths down because you made a mistake, then you may as well just get off track with how short this track is and how congested, because he's not going to do another lap.
Oh.
There's not a lot of guys out there now. A lot of guys.
Raku, Broom, Kinsey, Brunner, Skunky, Viper, I think, and Davies.
Just jumped in with Davies there. He's working hard. He's going for this here. Don't think you can rule him out for pole either. Skunky's not managed to put a lap in.
Raku's going in the pits, so Broom, can he improve on 3.8 off pole? Can, he's found 1.2 seconds. Found one place, but good time. Kinsey has jumped up to P3. So Viper is the next one on a clean lap. Brunner was on a blue lap.
Just watching Davies coming round. Good chance here for a lot of guys. We've got a lot of quick guys who've failed to put a lap in.
Viper's gone to P2. So Davies is the last
good
one.
spot. See what he can do. It looks tidy.
It's gone
There's
wide
been a lot
though.
of tyre squeals. He's gone wide. And just,
He's invalidated.
he's lost it. Oh. Well, then he broomed it.
Frustration. Starts
Frustration
P11.
there, isn't it? I can only assume that was a quick one by the way he reacted to that. It looked quick, but they all look quick in these cars because they're bouncing and sliding everywhere. So yeah, Lane will lead us out ahead of Viper, then Raku, who hopefully puts fuel in this time. Kinsey starting 4th. Morrison 5th. Gilly 6th, good quality. Grunert 7th. Broom 8th. Must be Broom's best qualifying performance I've ever seen.
Yes.
Zielkowski 9th, and he was the last person to set a time. So the next 9 drivers, 3 of them were not permitted to set a time, but the rest of them, Skunky, Davies, Armstrong, Mackay, Conaby and Privet.
Yeah, I think some
failed
people
to
are just
set a time.
voluntary not qualifying, aren't they? Just not taking, they're not worried about points too much. They just want to have a bit of fun or whatnot. Or they want to have a little break between the races and go and get a cuppa.
Well, I know that Kinsey likes to get the kettle on between races.
I've heard that.
Not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure if that rocks Skunky's boat. I think he's got another pastime. So, looking at it, we didn't see much of Viper, so we don't know what pace he's got. Generally fast, but
He was
is
half
he
a second
lane
off Lane
fast?
there.
Mm.
So I expect Lane to pull away if he has a clean start, but Viper will keep him honest.
And very nice of Viper and Rakut to pick similar colours just to make it a
30
bit easier
seconds.
for us. Yeah. Right. A few guys will be hopeful in there, I think. I'm looking particularly at Kinsey, Gillies, Broom. Also got Gruner in there. We never seen much of him because he got caught up in an incident. But
Yeah.
another guy who's fast, who if gets the breaks and doesn't get tangled up, probably have his eye on a podium.
No, definitely. Yeah, it's just surviving the first lap and then pushing after that, I think. Bruno. Sorry, Lane. Some burnouts away from the grid box there.
No, showing off for the cameras.
Oh, we forgot to invite anyone in, didn't we, in qualifying?
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, we'll have to apologise.
Who was it? Horn, Lico, and Vecina.
Vizina.
Yeah, Vecina might have come in, but anyway, for another time.
For another time, yeah. Or next week we'll get one of them in if they fancy it and they can. Oh well, they'll be qualifying potentially, so they might not want to do that. But I'd like to have got Lico's take on that because he withstood a lot of pressure there.
Yeah, he did well. Horn threw everything at him, didn't he?
So for race 2, it's quite easy to pick Lane as the winner, but we've seen him make mistakes before and throw away leads, so you never know. Viper will be eager to put pressure on him. Raku, no idea what to expect from him. Qualied well, but was his mistake in the first race. No idea what actual race pace looks like for him.
I don't think it'd be too similar than quali pace, would it? So I think, you know, he had a fuel issue in the first race, didn't he? So if he can avoid that again, he should be alright.
I always think there's some guys out there who I sometimes think that their race pace is, for whatever reason, is just better than the quali pace. And
I just think because it's such a short race, you're not putting a lot of fuel in, are you? It's a 20-minute race.
True. Yeah, there is that. Yeah, so Connebeer always seems to do better when there's traffic about him, and Skunky as well. He quite often
Yeah, still learning on the wheel. Had a good race there.
surprises with how he comes through the field sometimes. I suppose it's just guys that like the battle, isn't it? Some guys like to quali, then just hot lap it their way around, and there's other guys like to get the elbows out, isn't there?
Definitely. This is, you know, more of a fun series, so there's a lot more battling rather than worrying about points too much. Although I'm sure, you know, those top guys want to win the championship.
Yes, yep. Here we are, lined up in the twos. Lane taking us round. Let's hope for.
We saw the pace he had with damaged car. He's going to have some serious pace if he can keep it clean.
Yes, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Let's just hope we see the consideration and good driving we've seen in the first race round.
Top two have got a massive gap. Viper's actually a really good start. Is he going to be brave enough to go around the outside? Don't think he. Oh no. He is. He's got trying it.
He is. He's
got the inside.
In with a real chance.
I see Gillies in the background on the grass, bumping along. Although I thought Viper was going to have that then. But, yeah.
I thought he might have tried to force it, and Gillies comes down under. Yeah, it was across.
Brunet's had an issue. He's out the race. So no, I'm not going to see what Grunet can do tonight. As Kinsey there was side by side with Morrison at that end. Morrison's ahead of him. Broom's up behind Kinsey in 6th. Gillies behind him.
Gillies is all over him, and Gillies has got Skunky all behind him as well, so
we've got Broom on the grass, so he's losing his places, unfortunately.
I've seen Skunky and I think was that Horn go.
Yeah, Broom's losing a lot of momentum there. He's going. Now he's coming into a tricky braking zone surrounded by cars. Does well to keep his head and hold his line. Still side by side now with Lico, race 1 winner, who's coming up, and it's followed by Conover. He's almost bump drafting him up there to get ahead of Neil, and they both do. Podrick Post, I mean Armstrong's going there as well to try and get past Neil, but I don't think he's got the overspeed to make it work there. It's very tight. Horn's in the pits, so we've had an incident there. I didn't see what happened, but Neil is in the wall. Zielikowski was involved with it as well, and one other car.
I was just trying to see what had happened with Horn, and it looked like Skunky there, but I think Horn just comes through the chicanes on the outside of Skunky. They touch, and then they have some weird net code thing where they're actually merged into one, and then it looks like race over for both. Well, it looks like Skunky's going to try and keep going. And you're saying Broom and
Zielikowski and one others had an incident. I couldn't see what happened because I was actually looking at the track map to see other things that are going on, and I looked up, and all of a sudden there was some sort of incident going on there. So Raku's pressuring Viper, and looks like Morrison, Kinsey are both looking interested in a podium. Gillies, we hope he can. He's got Davies all over the back of him.
I would say pick your battles, but he won't pick his battles there.
Nah. He will pick his battles, every one of them.
Yeah, well, that's true, yeah. Yeah, everything's a battle, yeah, everything's a battle. So I'm just watching. What's happened? I was watching the Broom incident. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. Oh, I can't see the Broom incident because the replays are now failing. So
good.
He'd went off the grass, he'd lost a load of momentum, cars were streaming by him, and then at the point it was probably going to explain what had happened. The replay fails. So back to the race anyway. Raku just trying to put a bit of pressure on Viper and Morrison.
Morrison's the back of Raku now. Fastest lap as well, so Viper might be able to get away while those two battle now.
I tell you what, as well, Kinsey will be hoping that Gillies can keep Davies behind him. Managing to get a little bit distance between them now.
And behind Davies is the two of the podium from the last race, Lico and Vecina. Conover. So I think Gillies going to have to race really well to stay ahead of all these guys. I know he's got his in the tank, but he's going to have to do 15 minutes of very high intensive concentration. Although Davies has struggled, yeah, he's made a mistake there. Vecina's going to get side by side.
Not much you can do on the outside there.
Well, it turns into the inside there, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's got him.
He's got him. Yeah. Lico fancied a piece of that as well, didn't he? But just couldn't quite. Just ran out of track. Good move by Vecina.
Yeah, Morrison's looking very quick tonight. It's on the back of Raku and Viper now.
I think from looking at things as well, I think Morrison said he's quite new to sim racing, so quite new to sim racing, and this is the pace you're carrying, then...
No, it's great to have that pace, and it allows you to just focus on just consistency and just little improvements all the time and learning from every race, and he's definitely every race we see him he's looking very quick, and
he is getting racier, and like you say, the concentration levels are now also improving. First few times you've seen him, you would get a couple of quick laps and then few laps of bouncing over the grass. That appears to be gone now, so
Lico's really hassling Davies as they come to the carousel.
we also have Morrison really hassling Raku as well up ahead. And Viper's the winner out of that, really.
Haven't seen much of the Shark tonight.
No. What the Shark does have is Broom behind him now, so that could develop into a battle. Gillies has lost a little bit of traction there, and Vizina's in exactly the same position he was with Davies on the outside, so
Doesn't mean he's going to get the same.
this time he just tucks him behind.
I think Gillies went a little bit deeper there to stop that from him.
Yeah, it's a good driving from Gillies there, just getting on the apex. However, he's kind of compromised himself again. I don't think there's a pass through here, but he can do without this pressure.
Davies is
His
close
mirrors
to
is
the
now-
scene as well.
His mirrors are now full of angry BMW.
Was Gillies didn't like to have made use of the full track there, but he's protecting the inside.
This is sensible for Davies. He's going to maybe follow Gillies through and get a run.
Lico's probably got the best exit there.
Nico's in there as well. Yeah. We could have three of them going into the
Gillies has done well.
corner here.
Oh, he's got away. He scampered away a little bit there. And Connerby's now there as well.
Yeah, it's turning into a good battle. I think Davies realised what he was doing there was going to let Lico get a run down the inside into that left-hander.
Yeah.
So just slotted in behind. Good driving.
Very tight. Oh, Connerby's up the inside of Lico.
I missed that
He's
one.
made the
Typically,
move.
I just looked away. It's a great move as well. And in a tough place to do that move.
Must have got a really good
Whether he
exit
is-
from turn 2. Or Lico had a bit of a scruffy one maybe as well.
I'd love to be on Gilly's stream right now.
I'm just going to pause the stream because a call forward message just makes me think that maybe
Alright, okay.
there's some sound. I don't know if that's right, but I'm just going to do a quick pause. Right, we're back. Hopefully that's better.
Hopefully that has resolved the issue. Pretty annoying. Twitch need to sort this out. I think it has. I had a quick listen. It looks like we're back. Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mick. Thanks, cool.
So much action, we weren't keeping an eye on the chat as much. But
yeah,
thanks for telling us.
Fortunate. Yeah. But the Gillies cork.
Vecina's gone wide there.
Zena's gone wide, so he's going to get done. So Davies is going to get him. The Connerby maybe get a run as well.
I thought he was, but he seems to have collected up a little bit better. But Connerby's still got a chance. The inside's there.
What Vizino was going to say.
Yeah, Vilico's now right on the back of Connerby's pushing him down there. Pushing him down towards centre.
Great race, and I mean, let's not forget Gillies is keeping all them behind it to keep himself in sixth. Yeah, it's almost like they're now taking turns at who can have a go at Gillies. So it's now
Top
Davies' turn
five
to
spread
have a run.
out, so this is definitely the battle to watch. Battles.
Now keep an eye on the Privet Broom battle because Broom is catching Privet now. So
Oh, there's a touch. Davies got touched by Vecina, I think, potentially there.
We had a halfway
So
mark,
kind of
still
made it
a
all
way to
very
go.
bunched up as well there. And they're heading up to a really tough pinch point.
it looks like they've
Done well there.
sorted themselves back out.
Oh, Vecina's gone wide.
went wide. However, Vecina just.
So Davies, even though he got touched there, he kind of got away.
It looked like they all lifted. It looks
In
like there's a
position,
gentleman's
yeah.
agreement there just to retain position. So
And Gillies just kept it pinned, obviously.
yeah, as you do, yeah. However, so Vecina will be frustrated with himself, but the way this is working, Davies will get on the back of Gillies, struggle to pass him, and then that will just allow Connerby or Lico, and then ultimately Vecina to get right back on the back of them. I see Skunky's now pushing Armstrong along, trying to get by him.
let's have a look at that.
I guess whilst Gillies will be loving being 6 here, the bit of a nightmare is Davies has got nobody he's having to worry about behind him, so he's just putting
Yeah.
the times in to get right on the back of him now. Probably also allows him at least a lap to be a bit more aggressive in trying to pass and not having to worry about giving up position. Vizina
So
nearly.
Cena's dropped way off now.
Yeah, has he got damage? I expected
No.
I expected him to be within a second of those guys in a lap. Davies is back in striking distance on Gillies now. Usually Gillies is quite vocal on the stream, but I imagine it's silence as he concentrates here. Bit damage on the back of Zena's car, so I don't remember seeing him getting a little nudge behind, but has that maybe been part of him running wide there? Here we go, Davies.
Potentially, yeah.
Davies
Well,
again.
Cruz right on the back of
Oh
Viper
yeah,
all of a
so
sudden.
he is, yeah. We've not even spoke about Lane, Viper, Raku. I mean, Lane's driving away, Viper doing what Viper does, and Raku just seems to be hustling him along, but
Yeah, the action's been here, isn't it? It's just been the way it's worked in this one.
the top, apart from Viper and Raku, maybe switching places, the top 5 seems pretty set now, because
It's like Matthew Conover's got to run on Davies a bit here. Is he going to go round the outside? Looks like he might have gone a bit deep. I think he has.
yeah, Davies just closes the
But
door on him.
Cruz not. He's dropped.
So-
It was 3/10. He's now 6/10.
With Gillies defending against these guys, it's probably just given Lindsay the break in 5th. Probably about 8 seconds ahead now with 6 minutes to go. He's probably secured that bar doing something crazy.
Broom past Privet. I
didn't
was
see
keeping
that
trying.
either,
I was waiting
yeah,
for that, but I think it might have been a mistake maybe somewhere.
It's 3 seconds behind. So that's a 5-second swing in a lap and a half, so I would
Yeah.
think there's been an issue. And Skunky's past Armstrong. And Vizina has now got his head back together, taking a second and a half out of them this lap. So he's now back on that battle.
Oh, they're side by side. Conover and Lico. Conover's. Oh,
Gillies has
there's
made a
little
mistake
touch.
there.
He's straightened him out. He gave him a little second nudge and straightened him out.
And
That's a tight one.
Gillies
there,
just
two
leading
cars.
there. You just put a lot of weight on the right of the hand side of the car, and it just slid from under him, and that's given Davies a chance to run right up onto the rear bumper. This is real pressure now. Davies tries to defend. I mean, Gillies tries to defend against Davies. Well, Davies trying.
Oh, look at
Davies goes
gone
wide. Gillies is now driving the widest M2 we've ever seen.
He's got Conover coming up, even though he'd be more keen to keep him behind.
Yeah. Maybe done Gillies a
Like,
discredit here.
Vecina's got past Lico,
Oh, yeah, we missed that, yeah.
and Armstrong's right on the back of Skunky again.
Yeah, and that sort of Gillies through to Lico battle's actually dropping Skunky now, so Gillies must be putting okay pace in there. The pace must be not too bad from the guys. And Morrison is now right on the back of Raku, who's dropped off of Viper, so maybe he's had an issue there. Morrison a chance to maybe put this on the podium.
Kinty's in a little world of his own because Gilly's done a great job for him.
Yeah, that's almost like the teammate's job he's done there, isn't it? Just
10 seconds out of Gillies.
it's just this it's that middle sector for Gillies that
Ooh,
it's just costing
slow
him all
there
the
on
time.
the. Oh, Matthew Conover's lost it. bit on the out. Vecina and Lico got past Matthew, and there's Davies right on the back of Gillies.
Yeah, Davies is hassling
Looked like
Gillies now.
he had a slow, but he's managed to park it in the right places to keep
will
him
will
behind for now.
Davies try something different through the last corner?
He's going to have to, because he went wide last time. We don't want to do that again.
He has. He's probably got it perfect this time.
He's kept it better this time.
But Gillies gets quite a good drive out of there.
Yeah, he's not going to get him. Well spread out there. Let's have a look at Morrison. Is he eating any more time there? It's about the same as he was, I think.
He's about the same, yeah.
He's not on the back of him yet, is he? Oh, he's actually a lot closer, I think. Yeah, 3/10 now. Fancy a podium. Lane's 7.4 ahead. He'll extend his championship lead, which is only 1 point today, but a bit more than Viper. Now, we'll still be very close to be Open Championship next round. I think we've got a break now, actually. So next one's at. I'm trying to think now. Where is the next one? I know the last one's at Zolder.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't check before it. I should have. That's technically my job as co-comms.
It's the Laguna Seca in 2 weeks. We haven't got a race next week in the M2.
Davey's going to have a go again at Gillies. I mean, they're now really stacked behind them.
Yeah, that's.
Gillies going to park it on that. Oh,
Davies went deep.
He went too deep. He's going to have to safely come back on.
Oh, there's some.
Everyone's having it.
I think that was made it really awkward there, didn't it, with the car going off. But Conover is now side by side with Lico. I've never seen such cars so close as this.
No, it's an unbelievable battle. Credit to them all, actually.
They're all trying their best to avoid. Oh, it's Conover wets to defend the inside there.
It's Conover actually went down the inside of Lico.
Yeah, he went to defend the inside quite aggressively there. Morrison still pressuring Raccoons, holding his nerve for now.
Zeno's just got himself back up into 8th. He just come through.
Yeah, they've been exchanging positions, haven't they? Like massively there behind Gillies. None of them get past Gillies. They're just all having a go, aren't they?
Yes, so I mean, a minute 20 to go. How many more? We're going to have a lap to go.
Leader's going to do one more. Yes, there's another lap after this one to go. I don't think unless Lane backs off, but I don't think we had to back off that much. Could be wrong.
Yeah, he won't really. I don't want to jinx this for Gillies, but this is the best so far I've ever seen him drive.
Yeah, I don't want to say too much.
I know he's not putting purple sectors or that in, but I don't think I could have handled this pressure.
There's different kind of drivers, isn't there? There's drivers that are just outright pace, and then there's drivers who know where to place the car when defending, which is Steve's very good at.
I'd be very happy to see Vecina now starting to hassle Davies, because it maybe just takes pressure off him. Conabeer's, he's had a little touch of Vecina there and almost just straightens him out again.
Vecina got on the curb and Conabeer's gotten past Vecina now, I think.
Did Vecina just hit that sort of bump right on the end of the curb?
Yeah, he got straddled on the curve, he couldn't get off it.
Yeah, it's a horrible place to be. Was that last
lap just started,
last lap
so
just
they've got one more.
I'm very excited.
Gillies be willing this race to end.
But Conabeer's went down inside of Davies.
Oh,
but it's just slid. This is great news.
Great touring car action there.
Yeah, he just slid it through there. It's going to let Vecina run at him though.
Yeah, it's got to go around the outside though, which is never easy. And Conabeer's gone deep. Deep.
That's going to give Vecina and Lico a run on him now. I think he'll probably just have to yield the position to them.
Yep. Vecina's passed, but I don't know if the other two are going to be side by side. Or they're going to be side by side, but Conabeer, he recovered that well.
He has recovered that well. And yeah, there's no point trying to go side by side here. So give him the place back.
Davies going to make... He's up the inside. It's a little touch. There's not much room there. They're going to keep it off the grass. That's really close. Oh no. There's been some collecting of other cars as well, I think.
Yeah, Gillies kind of
Although
gets
Gillies, is
where he
Gillies
gets
back
through
on?
he gets through the gap. Yeah,
He's not. He's yeah, but he's behind
but he's now
Lico and
behind
Conabeer.
Lico and Conabeer. So
Davies went back to the pits.
I
Oh,
think
Conabeer and
Conabeer's
Gillies have
got it, and Gillies. So has Gillies
well,
got
they've
by
straightened each
him?
other out. It's all
Gillies is by Conabeer now. It didn't end how we wanted
Lico's
it.
gone. No, there was always potential for something like that. It looked like they were side by side. They're just it's such a hard corner to keep cars with low downforce from drifting out wide there. Let alone when there's two of you, but it had to be done on the last lap. You got to go for it to an extent. Just didn't quite work out.
Yep, Lane wins it. Viper comes
Yeah,
across
contraction.
second.
Didn't even
Raku
see any of
third.
that. Oh,
Morrison fourth. Kinsey's just coming to the line for fifth. Lico's maybe going to take. Lico's going to take us over for sixth.
Lico's
But it's Gillies Conabeer fighting over seventh, and Vicina just waiting for a mistake.
Conabeer and Gillies are side by side.
Oh, Vicina lights up the rears. Gillies is going to bring it
Gillies
over.
is going to get Conabeer.
He'll be loving that. So yeah, then we got Lico, Gillies, Conabeer, Vicina. And then
I
Skunky.
think Davies is going to go down because he's gone back to the pit, so he's going to fall down the order.
Skunky actually took 6 seconds out of them on that last couple of lap, or that last lap. Armstrong 11th, Broom 12th. Davies popped back to the pit, so I think he will actually be 14th, and Ziolkowski will give us 14th.
Yeah, I think so. Wow. It's always breathless, this M2 Cup. There's bumping and all sorts going on there. I mean, it's a tough track, so most of it was all good there. It's just sometimes things... Oh, got a drive-through for Ziolkowski, so he might not get another place now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, his car's not looking too healthy. Have you seen it?
Oh yeah, I've just cut it. Yeah.
He's not going to make the finish line. He's hit the wall again.
I would imagine it looks like he can't steer, so...
I think we'll pan away from that and just
we'll
lane.
leave
We haven't seen enough lanes. That's what Lane's cars looks like. We didn't see any of it there. But great win for him. Viper second and Raku. I think that might be a second podium. Fortunately, we're not going to see the end of the race here until Ziolkowski gets over the line.
Is he trying to drive
and then we'll see what that does to the order.
I'm just trying to watch him driving this back. I mean, he's struggling. He's run out of time.
Yeah. So, yeah.
He's actually going to get Is he going to get 13th? I can't see that being correct.
I don't know. We'll have to look at that afterwards. But yeah, all action.
That was good to watch again. That was full on.
That's great battles there. That's very tricky track. But yeah, we're back next week for GT4 sprints at Indianapolis. And then we've got no M2 Cup next week. We're having a break back in 2 weeks at Laguna Seca.
Yep. So yeah, we'll see people then for more of this touring car action.
Yep, we'll catch you next time. Thanks for joining me, Brian. And yeah, see you next week.
See you later.
Or the next stream.
Yeah, the next stream. Bye.